been an interesting trip that I've been on. I'm actually in Laguna Beach right now, which is one of the most beautiful, amazing places. It's one of my favorite places, and a fun fact about me is I used to live in Laguna. I lived here for about 5 years. I actually opened up the Montage Laguna Beach back in, I don't even want to say what year. It was a very long time ago. My grandparents lived here, so I would come and visit Laguna all the time. We always had holidays here and with the family and everybody, so I have such a nostalgic soft spot for Laguna, and I miss it, and I think it's one day where I want to have, my home or a home here. It would be ideal. But yeah, it's just like the most beautiful day, and it's been the most beautiful weather, and I'm staying at actually a hotel that I had never stepped foot in while I lived here, probably because I worked at the Montage, so it was like our competitor. But it's the Surf and Sand Resort, and it's like right on the water. I'm sure you can hear the waves in the background. The water is right up against the hotel, so obviously I'll have a bunch of videos of the ocean, because it's like all I do when I'm here is take pictures and videos of the ocean, because I love it so much. But it's a weird time right now, and I want to talk about that for a little bit. I originally came out here because I was supposed to go to an event today, and the event was for the Culture Apothecary podcast that I went on last year. It's with Alex Clark. And the Culture Apothecary podcast is owned by Turning Point USA. And Turning Point USA is founded by Charlie Kirk, who I personally really liked. I don't care about political sides. Obviously, we know he was conservative, Republican, Christian, and I don't think I want to talk about the political side of things, because that's not really what I like to speak on, and I don't have a platform that talks about politics or even really religion or anything. I am a skincare brand, I am a health and wellness brand, I am a truth talker brand when it comes to anti-aging and skin benefits and skincare and all the things. But I actually landed in Orange County and had my phone blowing up, and it had happened when I was flying out here when he was shot. Since I've been here, it's been a very heavy thing. It's a heavy thing because regardless of politics, I liked him as a debating person. I liked that he was almost so, because I think it's something I don't have in myself necessarily. Like, I can argue or debate, but being so eloquent and so well thought and well spoken was something I thought was so interesting to watch. Whenever you watch his videos of him debating people, I never watched it with the intention of like watching him put people in their place or proving them right or wrong. I liked watching his approach and watching people potentially switch their thought process a little bit to just be a little bit more open-minded. I thought that was a really cool and rare thing that somebody has. Like, it's a talent, it's a very intelligent thing. And somebody who I looked at where I was like, this guy's really smart, and I could see why he's so good at what he does and why he's so passionate about it, and how it could potentially help the world at some point. I think that he really just had he had all the information. Like, it wasn't like he was speaking to something without being able to back it up. And that's something that I think a lot of us don't have, is like, we can speak to something and know the facts that like we know, but we don't know both sides of things usually, or we haven't done enough research on the other side, and I just felt like he would just talk about these things and had all this knowledge up here all the time that was like very impressive to me. So again, politics aside, I like people from every single avenue that has different beliefs and different views, and it could be just like their personality or how they speak or whatever that could like draw me in and capture me. Even if it's something that I don't agree with, you could still like appreciate somebody, right? And so I appreciated him as a person, as a human being, and I just think that what happened was so horrible and tragic, and I've really tried to avoid looking at all the negative stuff. Some of it pops up, but I have people sending me things all the time showing me somebody that's talking negatively, and it's like it's not even worth me getting worked up over and fighting this battle. We all know it's disgusting, for those that obviously know and think that loss of human life is disgusting and murder is disgusting and feeling happy about a murder is disgusting. So the people that are sane and have clear minds that do understand that, are the ones that I want to surround myself with. And that's all I really want to, I guess, say on it. I just think that that it's very sad and it's very heavy, and I have felt deeply down since being here, since it happened. And that speaks volumes. This wasn't somebody I knew personally. I know a lot of people though, like that know him personally. Alex is now a friend of mine after we did the podcast together, and I've seen tons of videos and events and all the things that she's employed by Charlie, and so it's one of those things where it's like I'm still a little bit connected to it through other people, or connected to him because I know of him and how much he did for so many other people that I know personally. So there's nothing really that can be said more about it other than it's just completely tragic. It's completely awful. It definitely feels a lot heavier today without him, and I think that has been the general consensus that I've gotten from most people, is that feeling and that sorrow and that grieving about somebody that they didn't even know. And that the chances that I am here for an event again that's like connected some way to him, even though it was a female event, it's not like he was going to be there, but it was being put on because he owns Turning Point. I mean, that's why. So it's just, I want to talk about it because it's an elephant, and I that's why I'm in Laguna. I'm going to show, the things that I love here in Laguna and what, but that's why I'm here. And I thought it was just so strange and crazy, and it's just really sad. Wish it was better energy, better news while I get to be in this beautiful setting, but I'm just gonna be with myself and with my thoughts, and that's all I can really do right now. At the beach, and my hair automatically starts to turn to like kinky beach hair. But it's time to get ready for bed. We've had kind of a crazy day here. I got to hang out with my best friend Belen. We went to dinner, went to the beach after dinner. Sorry, it's gonna get loud. But yeah, time to wash my face and get ready for bed. my favorite place that I used to go to when I lived here, which was Active Culture. I have 2 bowls because I love them both and I want to enjoy both, so it'll be my lunch and my dinner. But how beautiful the setting is. I don't want to leave.